Gao Changkong shook his head helplessly. This is impossible. If both the gods and the black robes are brought under my management, the top management will not be willing to see this situation. Zhang Yi also realized at this time that the top management could not hope that their subordinates would have too much power. When Zhang Yi chatted with him, he felt that this person had a very good temperament. Gradually, Zhang Yi also began to talk to him in depth about some other topics. For example, the tasks performed by the investigation team outside. Captain Gao, I don't know if it's convenient to ask a question about the tasks of your investigation team. Gao Changkong thought for a while and smiled. You can ask and see. Some things are required by the top management to keep confidential, but most of the tasks are actually not very secretive. Zhang Yi put down the wine glass in his hand. There are 6 investigation teams in the Jiangnan region, and they are performing tasks outside for a long time. Even this time, when the neon alien appeared in the area, not all the investigation teams were recalled. What kind of mission are you performing? Is the mission level higher than Eclipse Moon? Gao Changkong thought for a while and replied with a smile. It's difficult to answer this question in one sentence. I can only say that our missions are different every time, and they are varied and strange. He pointed at Bailey Changqing. Take the Black Robe Squad, for example. They are mainly responsible for the people problem. If there is a large-scale unrest in various cities, they will be responsible for suppressing it. And our Samsara Squad has been solving the beast problem recently. Zhang Yi frowned. This is a bit philosophical. Beast of wild beasts. Beast of alien beasts. Gao Changkong saw the mockery in Zhang Yi's eyes and explained with a smile. You should know that after the end of the world, it will usher in a great mutation era. Not only humans can mutate and evolve, but other creatures can as well. After all, most wild animals are physically stronger than humans. As long as they mutate a little, they will become a tough opponent. Zhang Yi couldn't help but say, Fortunately, I live by the sea. The seawater near the coast is basically frozen because the salt content is not that high. And even if there are some mutant creatures, they will not be too strong. I am afraid that there are many powerful and terrifying mutants in the ocean. Zhang Yi asked curiously. Then, the situation of the other investigation teams is the same. Gao Changkong smiled and said, They all have their own troubles. He didn't elaborate, and Zhang Yi realized that this was a secret that could not be known to outsiders. The two clinked their glasses in the air and drank half a glass of wine. Zhang Yi said, It is still your hard work, Gao said, just serving the people. The 3 people drank for more than an hour, and Bailey Changqing said, I hope we can still be so happy in our future cooperation. Zhang Yi called Zhu Zheng and mentioned that he was planning to go back to Tianhai City to meet his companions. Zhu Zheng smiled and said, Okay, but you have to go and come back quickly, because after the Samsara team comes back, we will have to launch the next round of combat operations immediately. We can't do without you. Zhang Yi rubbed his forehead and agreed. He was drinking tea leisurely. Zhu Zheng said, Mr. Deng, now that everyone is here, our plan can be implemented. Do you have any questions? Deng Wenbo put down the cup in his hand. He looked at Zhu Zheng with a smile on his face. Have you decided on the candidate? Zhu Zheng frowned slightly. Zhang Yi is a very good candidate. I asked for his opinion, but he is unwilling to take on the responsibility of captain. Zhu Zheng crossed his hands. His ability is very important for this operation, but I am more optimistic about his ability to block the opponent's prediction. Ability, rather than combat effectiveness. The captain can be replaced by someone else. In terms of command alone, Bailey Changqing may be more suitable. The smile on Deng Yuanbo's face became even stronger. But can Bailey Changqing's strength convince everyone? Zhu Zheng snorted. Bailey Changqing is at least a deputy captain. Although there is a gap compared to the 6 captains, he is only below them. If Bailey Changqing is not allowed to take the position, does that mean that all the command power should be handed over to Gao Changkong? Deng Yuanbo smiled and said, I know that you can't give such great power to one person. But this time, we in Blizzard City can no longer accept another failure. If we lose again, you should know how serious the consequences will be. Zhu Zheng's eyes became deep. If he fails to eclipse again, he, the commander of the Jiangnan region, will have to resign no matter what. Zhu Zheng frowned and said, Isn't the price high enough? I have promised him that he can become the official captain of the investigation team and enjoy the A-level material supply treatment of Blizzard City. And the exchange rights of the weapons warehouse are basically open to him. This is already a very high treatment. If it weren't for the extraordinary moment now, he would not have such a good opportunity. Deng Yuanbo shook his head. Zhu Shuai, you are a soldier, but you don't know how to do business. I have to say a few words in this regard. In business, it is important to take what you need. If you want Zhang Yi to agree to your conditions, you must first provide him with what he needs. Zhu Zheng thought. What does he need? How could he know what Zhang Yi needed? And at present, it seems that Zhang Yi doesn't need anything urgently. Deng Yuanbo smiled and said, Ha ha. If this matter is difficult for you to handle, why not let me do it? Zhu Zheng couldn't believe his ears. When did Deng Yuanbo become so generous? A meaningful light and shadow flashed across Deng Yuanbo's narrowed eyes. However, if I succeed in convincing Zhang Yi, you have to promise me one thing. Zhu Zheng frowned. This old guy really wouldn't do good things for nothing. What is it? Deng Yuanbo said leisurely. I want Zhang Yi to lead the next operation to encircle and suppress Eclipse. Not only that, but also to spread his reputation. Zhang Yi and the Deng family had no connection. Obviously, Deng Yuanbo didn't do this for his sake. Zhu Zheng instantly guessed Deng Yuanbo's purpose. Are you worried that Gao Changkong will gain too much prestige in Blizzard City because of this matter, and thus affect your Deng family? Deng Yuanbo smiled and didn't answer Zhu Zheng's question directly. Zhu Shuai, I don't think you want your subordinates to be too successful to be a threat to the master, right? Zhu Zheng was in a dilemma. But no matter how you look at it, Gao Changkong is more suitable than him. Zhu Zheng sneered. I'm not that old yet, but I can consider what you said. Deng Yuanbo's smile became even stronger. Well, in that case, I'll go and convince Zhang Yi, he said, standing up and preparing to leave. Before leaving, Zhu Zheng suddenly asked behind him, Is your family doing well now? Deng Yuanbo paused. Then he sighed softly. That incident was a big blow to him. Don't disturb him for the time being. Zhu Zheng nodded. Okay. Zhang Yi took out the snowmobile and drove them back to the shelter, and then he felt a little warmth of home. They didn't tell anyone about their return, so everyone was very happy to see them back. Fatty Shu was playing games in the room. When he heard Zhang Yi was back, he ran out barefoot happily. As soon as he saw Zhang Yi, he screamed and rushed over to hug his thigh. Boss, why did you go for so long this time? Woo-hoo, I was worried all day when you were not at home. Zhang Yi couldn't help rolling his eyes when he saw Fatty Shu's cowardly look. You are still as timid as ever. Nothing happened in Tianhai City. What are you afraid of? Fatty Shu wiped his tears and said aggrievedly, Although nothing happened? In Tianhai City, didn't H explosion occur over there? He pointed to the direction of Jiangning City. Although Zhang Yi had instructed Yang Xinxin not to tell others about the eclipse, the explosion could never be hidden. He said calmly, Don't worry. Everything is under control, including the release of the god of love. Zhang Yi glanced inside the room. Only Yang Xia and Zhou Haimei were there. Uncle Yu, Zhou Keier, Lu Keiran, and Yang Xinxin were nowhere to be seen. While changing clothes, Zhang Yi asked, Where are they? Where are they? Fatty Shu blinked and explained, Uncle Yu has been practicing boxing on the third floor underground recently. He said that doing so might help him achieve a breakthrough in his abilities. Joe Kier and others were in the infirmary, and No-on knew what they were doing. Zhang Yi nodded. I'll go see them. The main purpose of coming back this time is to give those compounds to Zhou Care and Lu Karen for research. Zhang Yi went downstairs to find Zhou Care and the others. When he arrived outside Zhou Care's infirmary, Zhang Yi heard a splashing sound of water. He was curious about what Zhou Care was doing. What was going on? There was so much water. Could it be practicing swimming? Zhang Yi walked over and knocked on the door. Care, are you there? As if frightened by Zhang Yi, there was a sound of something breaking inside. Zhang Yi was also worried and reached out to push the door. As soon as the door opened, he saw a scene that shocked him. Yang Xin was tied tightly to a stretcher, soaked all over, and her cute little face, which was the size of a palm, was as pale as a dead person. If you like my content and want to keep up with future updates, hit that subscribe button. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video.